Audio Jungle.
42 Haitians accounted for after Portland arrival, says police. 42 Haitians who arrived in Jamaica illegally on a boat Sunday have all been accounted for, according to the police. The Haitians arrived in a 25-feet makeshift canoe without an engine at Ruskin in Long Beach, Portland. They were comprised of 29 men, 7 women, including one in advanced pregnancy, who was taken to a maternity ward, 4 boys and 2 girls. Police report that the Haitians were seen on the roadside and the beach in the area where they were held by the cops and the Jamaica Defense Force soldiers. They were taken to the Port Antonio Hospital where they were processed. It is suspected that the Haitians will depart the island early Monday. The boat they arrived in was burnt. Portland is a popular entry point for boats carrying illegal Haitian migrants, and over the last several years, there has been a notable increase in the number of vessels amid deep insecurity and political crisis in Haiti that has resulted in hundreds of thousands of citizens fleeing the French-based country. Tavaris withdrew application to represent JLP in North Central St. Andrew. Delano Severite and Kristen Tavaris have formally withdrawn their application to be selected as the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate for North Central St. Andrew, the party secretariat has announced. The party's central executive was reportedly advised of development during its meeting on Sunday. The JLP says the men's withdrawal of their application will allow for a reset of the process of finalizing a candidate and follows a review by the party. The JLP Secretariat says it will conduct a consultation with key stakeholders, including the executive and workers of the North Central St. Andrew, in the coming weeks as it restarts the process of finalizing a candidate within the rules of the party. It says North Central St. Andrew Member of Parliament Carl Samuda remains chairman of the constituency during the process of finalizing a candidate. Tensions escalated within the party last week over claims that the leadership was plotting to silence Tavaris in favor of Kristen Tavaris Vincent. There were threats of street protests emerging in the Jamaica Labour Party's stronghold of North Central St. Andrew just months before the general election expected by September. Veteran political power broker Pauline Samuda revealed that Tavaris' April 18 public announcement of his interest in the seat was strategically timed to preempt the rollout of Tavaris Vincent, son of Senate President Tom Tavaris Vincent, as the party spoke up to succeed her husband, Carl Samuda, who was hinted that he may retire after holding the seat since 1980. On Monday, Tavaris' campaign was about to pause following a tense meeting with JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang at the JLP Belmont Road St. Andrew headquarters, where green-clad workers and supporters from North Central confronted Chang over the junior tourist minister apparent sidelining. By Tuesday, Tavaris issued a statement saying, "This is not a withdrawal, far from it. It's simply a moment to allow the party the space it needs to move forward in unity and strength." While Chang confirmed to reporters on Tuesday that Kristen Tavaris had formally applied, he said that Tavaris merely submitted a letter of interest but hasn't really applied in a formal sense. Mrs. Samuda disputed that, insisting that Tavaris' application was submitted via her husband as required due to the status as sitting MP. Living like prisoners. While Acting Superintendent of Police Anthony Wallace is championing the gain for curfew imposed in sections of St. Mary Division, frustrated Baileysville residents have reached boiling point and are threatening to block roads as they claim they are living like prisoners in a ghost town due to the security measures. In fact, one resident likened living in the community to what obtained at the height of COVID-19 pandemic, when everyone had to lock up and lock in due to safety measures implemented to stem the spread of the infectious disease. According to the St. Mary Police, the curfews have been ongoing in the area for months, were implemented in response to an increase in criminal activities. Imposing 48 hours cremation, the curfews run from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and are sometimes extended. But the residents are crying out for relief, citing unlivable circumstances under the restrictions that are taking a toll on daily life and businesses. This discontent and threat of a protest come on the heels of a demonstration in Three Hills Retreat in the parish last week, where residents demanding answers about a curfew that was extended in the community. Albion Mountain and Boscobel are the other sections of the Banana Parish impacted by a most recent curfew. Baileysville resident Beverly Nugent told reporters on Friday that the situation is particularly concerning when it comes to the treatment of young men in the community. Little youths, I have to talk on their behalf because they can't live any life. They don't have any life to live as youths in Baileysville. If the police come and see 3 or 4 of them right here, they have to stop and they have to search them. These youths were born and grown together, went to school together, and now, if they sit here, whether 4 or 5 of them, you hear that it is a gang, and I don't think that is right. It really affects the youth, she said, during a visit to the community on Friday by reporters. A mother of 7 sons, she said her children are constantly harassed by police who say they are conducting operations in the area. If they go on the street, police search them up and abuse them, and it is really embarrassing sometimes to see how the police deal with them on the road. I don't like it, stated Nugent. When they come to your yard before daybreak, they wake up the pitney out of them bed and search them up, carry them to the station, process them, and then nothing. It has to be lifted, she said in reference to the curfew. We can't be living like we are prisoners. Another resident, Daniela Henry, said that communication between the police and residents have also been poor, with little to no notice given to us read the curfew will be in place. She added that many residents are so unclear about the reasons for the curfew and claim that there has been no evidence of violence in the area. You can't ask them any question when they come, like what is the problem? They won't give you an answer, she said, seemingly frustrated. Henry stated that she has heard rumbles from other residents that the police are trying to find the owner of a furniture store in the area that is alleged scamming individuals but claim that there is no furniture store in Baileysville. It's like a trend now. When it touches Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have curfew. Even if they don't put anything out to say there is a curfew, the police still come bother us, said another resident who identified herself as Tammy. If we don't get answers, we're going to block the road, she said, gaining support from other residents who have gathered to speak with reporters. Multiple sections of the St. Mary had been under 48-hour curfew implemented since the start of the year in order to curb violence. During the hours of curfew, all individuals within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Police statistics up to December 28, 2024 show that St. Mary had recorded 26 murders last year, down from 37 over the same period in 2023. There were also 3 fewer shootings over the period in 2024 compared to 2023, with 25 incidents recorded. While rape was also down by 70.4% year-on-year, robberies climbed by 18.2% and break-ins surged by 92.3%. St. Mary has recorded 9 murders between January 1 and May 10, 2025, a decrease from 11 recorded for the same period in 2024. Shooting incidents have also decreased, with 10 reported in the same period in 2025 compared to 18 in 2024. According to Acting Superintendent Wallace, head of the St. Mary Division, the curfews implemented in Baileysville are guided by intelligence and form part of a broader mission to crack down on crime in the parish. He stated that the community is plagued by conflicts between domestic criminal elements and migrant criminals, which have threatened to disrupt the peace and tranquility in the community and parish. We have reaped tremendous success in recent times due to the strategic measures employed to curb violence across the parish. Among these strategies is the imposition of curfews in key areas, which has played a pivotal role. As a result, we have observed a steady decline in major crimes, which is a testament to the effectiveness of our targeted efforts, he wrote in a statement to reporters. However, despite these gains, there have been a recent uptick in criminal activities in specific areas within the division. Intelligence indicates that rival criminal factions and scammers have reignited conflict, threatening the progress we have made. In response, curfew have been reintroduced in the affected community as necessary measures to contain and disrupt these criminal networks, stated Wallace. He further noted that the parish has been seeing troubling rise in motor vehicle theft and house break-ins which demand decisive actions. In response to residents' claim that the police have been aggressive in their approach, he said the Jamaica Constabulary Force encourages the high level of professional conduct and customer service for its members and all reports of unprofessional conduct are investigated by internal and external entities. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.